guys, welcome back to another Foundation Frenzy video. Today we are reviewing the bareMinerals BarePro Foundation. I have mine here in the shade Fair 01. This says it's a performance wear liquid foundation with SPF 20 built in. My shade is currently out of stock on Ulta.com. So this retails for $34. You do get 1 ounce in here, which is standard foundation size. Right now, as of right now on Sephora.com, it has a 4 out of 5 star rating with over 1,100 views, so that's pretty good. It comes in 30 shades total. Let's just read what it's supposed to be. It is a performance wear liquid foundation that redefines what long wear means. It's a good for skin, high performance formula that blurs pores and imperfections while improving the appearance of skin texture over time. This might be too light for me now. I bought this in the winter and now it might be too light because I've got some color. Just 1 pump delivers lightweight, oil-free, photo-friendly, full coverage. Jeez, that was a very long hyphenated sentence. This was the #1 new prestige foundation launch in 2017, according to some market thing. And then it wants you to find your perfect shade in the concealer. I don't have the concealer, so let's do this. Is this a pump? Oh, it's a pump. Okay, thank God. I've got a sponge. I've got my brush. I should prime my face using the Smashbox one, which is what I've been using the entire time of this series. Oh, I didn't turn as red today when I did that. Huh. Okay, let's go ahead, shake him well. I'm going to take 1 pump. Okay, that is so not enough to cover my face. Fuck it. 2 pumps. Okay, I'm going to take my IT brushes for Ulta. This needs to be washed. This is a 206 buffing brush. Holy crap, that is gonna be really light actually. Okay, well that's at least a good sign. Oops. Okay, well, to be honest, it's not that much lighter than my skin than I thought it was. Okay, well, pale problems. I feel like when this came out, people either really loved or really hated this foundation. There was not really any in between. So I'm kind of curious to see how I like it, because what people were complaining about it, a lot of people I felt like were saying it wasn't completely full coverage. It was more like medium to high, medium coverage that you could build. I kind of live in the medium coverage foundation world, so it's not that bad to me. It is a hair bit lighter than my skin, but I don't know if this is going to oxidize, so it might be okay that it's just a little bit lighter. I'm going to try circle buffing. Okay, there is the first layer. Blended out, ready to go. As you can see, it's just a hair bit. I mean, to be fair, I'm very, very pink. This is a very neutral undertone, I believe. Let me just double check that really quick. Fairest porcelain skin with cool undertones. So it is a slight pink tint to it, but if we're gonna be honest, looking at this in the bottle, it looks pretty neutral. So, I don't have a table in front of me anymore like I used to in my other apartment because it's sitting in another place in my apartment and holy crap, no. Okay, well, it's clinging so freaking badly. Oh my God. No. No. God, this is not gonna be a full day wear test. I can just tell right now. This looks absolutely awful up in here. Can you guys see how awful this looks? Oh my God. No. And I had such high hopes. Okay, well, it's definitely not covering my freckles. It is not covering my redness. It's not even like clinging up here. What the frack? Okay, this is not a good sign, guys. This is not a good sign that this is already not wanting to cling to certain areas properly. It's like anything around my hairline, it doesn't want to grab onto, which is concerning. This is not looking good. It looks really good from far away. In a mirror, it looks absolutely awful. Okay, well, let's just go ahead. Take another 2 pumps. Let's take a sponge. This is the Beauty Blender Black Pro. See how it looks with the sponge. Oh my God, that's just as bad. Okay, well, the color's a little light. Yeah, it's a little bit lighter than me right now. Again, I bought this months ago. This is not even covering my redness at all. So, just so you guys can see the two sides kind of against each other. I definitely got better coverage on this side. The freckles are a little bit visible. No. Oh my god, why is it so dried up? And, I mean, I know it's a semi-radiant matte finish, but geez, this is bad. Okay. Okay, so it is currently, what time is it? It's currently 12:24. We're going to call check-in time is 12:25. And I'm going to try and keep this on all day. I am not having high hopes, so I'm going to finish up the rest of my makeup and I will check back in with you guys. Okay guys, so it's currently 12:45, so I finished my makeup about 5 minutes ago. So the foundation's been on for about 20 minutes now. It's looking a lot better now that I've set it with a powder. I don't know what was going on, but it was doing all that weird clinging here, which now you can see it's looking a little bit better. It's still a little, it's still emphasizing some stuff. Obviously you can still see freckles and things, but it's not looking awful. It's just not looking the best it could. God, my eyes hurt under these lights today. My eyes are really sensitive today, guys. Woo, okay, anywho. Let's talk about what the rest of the stuff on my face is. My eyes are actually two ColourPop shadows. I didn't prime my eyes. I just want to head in with the two shades. I went in with the shade Hanky Panky. Oh, sorry. I went in with the shade Hanky Panky all over my eyes, up into my crease a little bit. And then the purplish shade that's on top, just very lightly dusted, is from the spring collection. This is the shade EXO. It's like a pinky purpley reflective thing. I did end up setting my whole face with the Hourglass setting powder. This has just kind of been the standard thing I've been using for this series. I have no idea how you can tell how much powder you've got left because it's kind of hard to tell in here. So I feel like I should be running out of this by now, but I'm not, so that's a good sign. My lashes are the Benefit Bad Gal Bang mascara. I think I mentioned this in my May favorites, maybe it was April, I don't remember, but this is in a favorites recently. I've grabbed it and started using it again. My lips are a combination of the ColourPop Luster, I was gonna call it a Luster Lux. That's a YouTuber. This is one of the ColourPop Lux lipsticks in the shade Tiptoe. It's like my favorite nude from them. What else? Oh, I topped it off with the ColourPop and Shayla Glossy Lip in Neat Freak. I did my brows using the Benefit Precisely My Brow. I'm in the shade number 2. And my concealer today is the ColourPop Born This Way Concealer in Fairest. I do have the shade Very Fair as well, but I don't remember which one's lighter, but this is the first one I grabbed, so he was a little yellow. But for my face, I actually decided to use my Smashbox face palette today. I feel like it's been a while since I grabbed this. I know I used it in a different video in this series, but I went in and used the Rich Bronze shade as my bronzer today. It's a very nice subtle bronze, great for fair skin people. If this is still available, you should probably check it out. This is the Smashbox LA Lights Contour Blush and Highlight Palette. And then for my blush, I actually mixed together the shade True Flush down here with the Highlight Berry shade, just because the Highlight Berry shade isn't really a highlight on me, it's kind of a blush, but I didn't want it to be too pink. So I mixed these two together to give kind of a soft pinky bronze flush. And then for my highlight, I went in with the Smashbox Spotlight Palette in Pearl. This was the collaboration with Casey Holmes a while back. I went into this shade here, which is the shade Turn It On Pearl. That is my whole face. I feel okay with the foundation right now, but not 100%. I'm not loving it, but it's not awful. So I think I'm going to try wearing it for the day, see how it goes. Like I said, check-in time is 12:25, so I'll see you guys sometime around 4:30-ish, 5 o'clock. Hey guys, so it is right now 2:20, so the foundation's been on for about 2 hours at this point. I just wanted to pop in outside and check in with you guys and show you guys how it's looking. It's not looking too bad. Like I said before, when I finished my makeup, it definitely helped when I powdered it. I do feel like it's clinging weird on my nose in some places, and it is starting to settle into some lines on my face, which isn't the greatest. But it's not too caked up around my nose, which usually happens, so... And the best part of all, it hasn't oxidized. So who knows? This might turn out to be better than I anticipated it being. It started off really bad, guys. I was not expecting it to go well. Hey guys, so it's currently 5:42 p.m. This foundation's been on for about 5.5 hours now. I just wanted to kind of show you guys how it's looking. It's feeling really heavy on my upper lip and my nose, like, and also kind of around the edges of my face. I don't know why, it feels really tight, and that doesn't normally happen with this primer, so it's an anomaly. But other than that, let me get you in the light. Oh, that'll work better, won't it? As you can see, it's really settling into some lines. I feel like my texture on my forehead is like really emphasized. Same with right in here. I'm not even sure. I think these bumps are all a reaction from another foundation, but not 100% sure. It hasn't oxidized, as you can see, which is right now kind of the only thing I'm really liking about it. I mean, it just doesn't wow me, you know? It's not impressive. It's okay. It's not the best foundation I've ever worn. It could be worse, that's for sure. But I don't know, guys. I'm not really digging this guy, but we'll see how he holds up for the next few hours. I feel like I'm looking really, really shiny, like oily. And this is supposed to be like a matte finish, and I'm looking really shiny in places where I put no highlights. So like here is obviously highlight, but that is not highlight on my forehead. So yep, I will check in with you guys in a few hours though. Jesus, I turn on that light and it's so freaking bright. Okay, hey guys, so it is currently about 9 o'clock at night. It's a little bit before 9. This is my final check-in with this foundation. The only, oh, there's something in my eyeball. Okay, I can't stand directly in front of this light. It's way too freaking bright. Okay. So right now, the only positive thing I really have to say about this foundation is that it didn't oxidize. And to be honest, that's not the best thing to be hearing about a foundation, that's the only good redeeming feature of it right now. It claimed to be full coverage. It was not full coverage, which normally I don't really care about, but my problem being that if it's not going to be full coverage, it should at least feel comfortable, and it's not feeling comfortable, especially for something that's supposed to be a lightweight, very liquidy formula that feels good at first and doesn't finish out feeling good. It's just weird. So it feels like it's really heavy and almost like crusty, like that's the like cakey, heavy, I don't even know how to describe it, feeling all over my face. So right here on my upper lip, my nose, around the outer corners of my eyes, the outer edges of my forehead, which is basically everywhere that I powdered, like put blush, bronzer. It's weird. It's looking really oily on my forehead, and the thing is, I didn't put highlighter on my forehead. I only put highlighter here and on the tip of my nose and a little bit on my cupid's bow. I did not put any up here, but there is that sheen going on, and ugh. It just feels, where it doesn't feel heavy and cakey, it feels oily, like oily beyond belief. And I'm not really an oily, even on my nose where my highlighter is like the corners of my nose have so much oil coming out, and I don't usually experience that much oil. A little bit, yes, but this is like a lot of oil, and I feel like the light's not doing it enough justice. But it feels weird. It might be a nice one to mix into foundations that do oxidize, since it is a little bit lighter than my skin tone, just a hair bit, not too much. Definitely next to my darkness and next to my sunburn. But if you compare it to my neck here, where I'm not tanned or burned, it's not that far off. The color is just a little bit lighter than I am right now, which is a great thing. So it might be a great thing come winter to be wearing this, but I'll have to figure out either a better primer to use it with, because obviously this should not be worn with a hydrating primer if that's what's making me really oily. Maybe saying that's a smoothing primer would be a better option. I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, I think that's it for this. I think I'm gonna give this foundation a 5 out of 10. I would rate it lower, but really the fact that it didn't oxidize kind of blows my mind a little bit, because every pale foundation oxidizes. I feel like it's really hard to find one nowadays that doesn't, without it being a really thick formula to begin with, and even those tend to oxidize. So that is everything for this video. I'm gonna wrap it up here. And I will see you guys in the next Foundation Frenzy video. Bye.